So good morning, everyone. I am Amy Abdo. I'm so happy to have you all here. I'm the head of lower school, and my office is in the Lori Mezzalingua Center for Early Learning here at Mph. So I'm here with pre-K. It is not a secret that this is the best building on campus. So I'm so happy to be here with them. We have a lot of adults over here in addition to the pre-K team of educators. We do that on purpose because there's some different things that come up with the little ones, and it's just nice to have that extra coverage. It's great too for all of us to be able to get to know your children. So I have a slideshow prepared. I'm going to send PDFs to everyone after this, so no need to take notes. You'll get a copy of it. And if you could, at some point during the meeting, I'm going to give you time, or after, if you could fill out the pre-K new family meeting notes. That was the PDF that was attached to my email. It just asks you to give us some information about your child, their birthday, allergies, nap, and bathroom. So if you have questions, please put them in the chat. I'm going to answer as I go or right at the end. And I'm going to share my slideshow. Okay, so right now you should have speaker view on. That'll probably work best, and you should be able to see me and the slideshow. So thank you all again for attending this morning. So happy to have you here. Welcome, first of all. I'm not going to read this to you, but I do want you to know that we just care deeply about developing learners that are engaged and have agency in their own journey. So we really strive to give the children a sense of perspective, empowerment, curiosity, and always treat them with kindness and respect, and ask that they do that with their teachers and peers, so that we're just always thinking about that whole child and their experience in all ways. And this is the first kind of step of their journey as learners. So we feel very lucky to be a part of that with them. Our Mph mission is to inspire our students to think critically, act responsibly, and discover a passion for lifelong learning. Our core values are authenticity, respect, curiosity, kindness, and agency. I really love agency because it's something that we prioritize here at Mph, where we really want the children to be empowered and active participants in their own learning. We do not look at them as vessels waiting to be filled. We look at them as contributors to a learning environment where they give and we all benefit from each other. So I'm going to go over the schedule, and you'll also get like a beautifully color-coded schedule from the pre-K teachers. I wanted to give you an overview today, though, so you have some sense of how the day goes for them. So arrival is typically between 7:45 to 8:30. I'll get into logistics of that in a moment, but their day starts with morning activities, and this goes from 8:30 to 11:30 every morning. This includes a morning snack, which Mph provides, and we ask that you don't send any food because of allergies on campus. We're sure to provide healthy options, and you can always contact me or the pre-K teachers with questions about the food or any dietary restrictions. At 11:30 to 12:30 every day, pre-K will have encores. So at Mph, our encores are core health, which is like a PE class. They're going to begin with core health in September in the CEL. The walk over to the gym in the main part of campus is too much too soon for the little ones. Our goal is to build to that walk in October, where they will then get to visit the gym and then one of the lower school classrooms to take Spanish, music, dance, and then yoga and wellness. We won't do that until October because that first month, the teachers are going to come to them, all of the teachers, core health, Spanish, music, dance, yoga, and wellness, so that the kids can get the chance to get to know the teachers in the CEL, the Center for Early Learning, where they're comfortable, and then we'll build to walking them over, and they'll have exposure to be able to play and be in the gym for core health, and then be in one of the Bradley lower school classrooms for their other encore that day. At the end of that hour block, they're walked back over to the CEL, where they'll have lunch from about 12:30 to 1. Again, the food's provided by Mph, and we're with Culinart this year. Still Chef Christine, for those of you who are returning. She's fantastic and takes great care of our kids. The kids will have rest time from 1 to 1:30 or 1 to 2, depending on your child. Please feel free to make a note on your new family meeting notes if it's okay for them to sleep a while, or if you would prefer that they only sleep for a short time. We've definitely heard from families where they ask not to let a child sleep for over an hour or 2 hours because they can't get to bed at night. So that information is great for us. For the kids that don't sleep, we get them out of the room so that they can play. They don't lay there and have to be in a, quiet, dark room. That's a long time for a little kid. For the kids that need that rest, and it's good with the families, we'd have a teacher stay in there with them, and those heavier sleepers have some time to really get a good nap in. Afternoon activities go from 1:30 or 2, depending on the child's nap, to 3 o'clock. And then at 3 o'clock, it shifts over to extended day. And this is included in the pre-K tuition. And we have extended day coverage here in the Center for Early Learning until 5:30. Kindergarten comes over and will join pre-K in the CEL for extended day. So pre-K and K will be here for extended day, and then first through 8th grade is in different classrooms over on the main campus for their extended day. We're going to have 2 main pre-K classrooms, and we're going to divide them into those 2 classes the first week of October. I know this is not traditional, but in the past we have kind of thrown darts at a dartboard to make the class lists. And we always say in November, we wish we had just known the kids, we could have done these classes so much better. So we really want to take that time to get to know your children for the first month, and really figure out who they work well with, maybe where some separation would be helpful, which teachers they're maybe gravitating toward, which classrooms they're maybe gravitating toward. The teachers and the classrooms are going to be in lockstep and on the same page. So there's going to be no difference in experience. We really just want to make 2 working groups that are healthy and balanced in all ways, as far as their ages, their abilities, and how they collaborate in the community that they create. One of the classrooms will be co-led by Sandra Jones and Reagan Gould, and their TA will be Mariel Stocco. The other classroom will be co-led by Rachel Gepfert and Navdeep Dillon, and their TA will be Megan Campbell. Also in the Center for Early Learning is my office. Like I said, we have a pre-K aide, Martha Redman, who will be with us every day from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., just as another adult free safety to help in those moments when a child might need a little bit extra. Alyssa Palmer is my assistant, works with us in all things lower school and Mph events. She's over here. Carly Evans is lower school coverage and support. She is here. And Maria Riccadello is switching from the lower school classroom in a role of lower school social emotional support and student support. Her office is here as well. So we are all at the ready to help, especially in that first month as the kids get acclimated to the building and the program and the routines. So drop off and pick up. So the Center for Early Learning is open at 7:45 a.m. Please note that this is a bit of a change. In past years, we had been open a little earlier, but with staffing and just safety issues, opening the campus at all different staggered times can lead to some challenges. So Center for Early Learning opens at 7:45. That's the same as main campus. So you can drop off anytime between 7:45 and on. Most of the pre-K kids arrive between 7:45 and 8:30. We're asking that you drop off and pick up at the glass entrance in the vestibule. We're definitely going to have more circumstances this year where parents will be invited in to see the classroom, visit. On September 1st, actually, you're all invited in between, it's starting at 5 o'clock for an Mph opening picnic. We really want to give you the chance and the children to see the classrooms, meet the teachers, and see how it's set up. We'll have different opportunities all through the year where you can come in, see the classroom, and interact. That drop off, though, in the morning and dismissal in the afternoon, in order for us to just safely keep track of all the children in the coming and going, we ask that parents drop off and pick up at the vestibule. If you have a child in the CEL and you have siblings who are in Mph lower or middle school, your children can be dropped off, all of them, at the CEL. So we're going to give car placards to all of the families. We'll get them to you probably on that September 1st when you're here for the picnic. I can also email you a PDF if you're not here for the picnic and you want it for the first day. The CEL is kind of get out of jail free card. We've joked, if you've seen the line of parents that pick up at Dismissal for lower school, that line is going to be parents picking up for K through 5. The CEL pulls right into the left and makes an immediate left in the CEL parking lot, and you're able to come right over, walk right up to the vestibule, and you'll have your pre-K that can go home with you, and we'll also have walked over your kindergarten through 8th grader. Any other siblings that are on campus, we'll make sure they're there for when you pick up. So if you could communicate with me, if you have an older sibling and you would like that arranged, our lower school dismissal happens between 3 and about 3:10, 3:15. So we'll make sure the child's walked over right at 3. If your children are staying an extended day, you're going to come anytime between about 3:30 and 5:30, and you can pick up right at the CEL. We also have a change this year with the lower school gift policy, and I'm going to be sharing this with all lower school parents. The good news is we have tons of adult educators that work with all of our lower school students. The bad news is at holiday times, this can be really overwhelming for parents that want to express their appreciation. The teachers and I have been really sensitive to this. And while we so appreciate the generosity of this community, we really wanted to streamline this so it doesn't become something where children are walking in with multiple gift cards and gifts. It's just too much for everybody. And we want a way for you to express your generosity if that is something you'd like to do, but not have it be something where it's on display for the whole class. The kids that don't necessarily bring something might feel badly. People who are not aware of the different kind of culture, it leaves a lot of places for hurt when the intention behind the spirit of Valentine's Day or the holidays is supposed to be kind. So, excuse me, we're creating an Amazon classroom wish list. This will not be tracked in any way. You can go on there, and if there's something that you see that you would love to purchase for the pre-K classroom, you can do that as a expression of your thanks for the teachers and the educators and staff here. We would so appreciate it. This is never expected. And it just gives you some options to do something for the classroom without having to do all the individualized gifts. We'll send more information about those links in the Amazon wish list, and there is absolutely no pressure to do that. If you would like to, great. If you don't, the hugs and smiles from your children are great with us. So we have community programs here. It's an amazing program. If you got to be here at all during the summer, you saw that there was a lot of hustle and bustle. It is led by Rebecca Rohde, and her email is on the screen. Community programs is who offers the extended day. So from 3 to 5:30, that umbrella program is led by Rebecca Rohde. And then also coverage on vacation days. So MPH offers coverage on the different vacation days listed there. And if you'd like to sign your child up for those days when we don't have class, but you'd like childcare, you can reach out to Rebecca and she will help you to create an account. You can do a situation where you sign up for kind of as needed, or you can let Rebecca know that you're going to need extended day every Monday through Friday, or every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and she'll sign you up for those days. My advice is to sign up with her and get your name and your emergency contact information on there. If anything comes up where you can't pick up in day of, you can email me and say, Amy, I'm going to be a little bit late. We'll let your child know. And if you're already registered with an extended day, it's one less step on a day where your plans changed. So I am very excited. We're going to open all of campus and the classrooms from 5 o'clock to 7 p.m. on Thursday, September 1st. This is the Thursday right before Labor Day weekend. So it really helps to address student nerves and concerns about like, what's the class going to look like? Who will the kids be? Who are my teachers? They get to come in and see all the classrooms set up. You can come in with their nap mat and any of their supplies that are right here on this list, so that you can help them unload and unpack into their area. All of the kids will be assigned hooks out in the great space, so they'll have that same hook regardless of what classroom they end up in, and the teachers will help them sort out their materials. It's just a nice way right before that Labor Day weekend to be able to connect with the community, see, every single thing and what it's going to look like, just manage expectations. I think it helps to really help quell nerves or excitement before their first day. Their first day is Wednesday, September 7th. So here's the Mph School Calendar. This is also linked on our website. Again, you'll get a PDF of this presentation, so you'll have a copy of this. I'm also going to be sharing probably early next week a list of Mph events that will include lower school open house, which is like a program night open house where you'll be able to come in, learn more about pre-K and the curriculum, meet the teachers again, talk with them, and different events that we have planned throughout the year. So you just have a heads up for your own planning purposes. On that evening of the open house, which is probably going to be either the 21st or the 22nd of September, we're working around some upper school dates, so that's why I don't have that set yet. You'll be able to review this with the pre-K teachers. This is basically a one-page curriculum table that gives you an overview of all of the different things that we do throughout the year with our pre-K students. At Mph, we are dedicated and passionate about the science of reading. If you're not familiar with that, you can look up the Reading League. They are an amazing resource right here in Syracuse, New York. We believe in daily, explicit, systematic reading instruction. Now in pre-K, this is an introduction, so it's not as daily and explicit, but they get quite a bit of exposure to what the kids will know as word games, where they learn to start to manipulate words and sounds with rhyming games, putting words together, taking words apart. And this really has been shown to build kids' literacy skills in a way where it allows them to be successful and comfortable readers. So we might play a word game like say bat without the buh, at, say bat and switch the buh for a k, cat. So we teach this to the children. They feel like they're playing word games. They are, but they're also really learning about literacy skills, pre-reading, and the science of reading. For math in the lower school, we follow Singapore math, and it's a method that basically is showing them the conceptual understanding. So it's moving away from skill and drill and moving more into truly understanding the numbers and how the concepts of numbers work. So even at a young age in pre-K, they're doing a lot with one-to-one correspondence, counting, recognizing patterns, ordering, in problem solving. And this is a big part of, laying the foundation for the next steps of Singapore math as they get older. I want to take a couple minutes to just talk about how we support students in the lower school and beyond. So if you look at this slide, it shows you the difference between a medical model of thinking and a social model of thinking. At Mph, we follow the social model of thinking. So of course, we look at the child is valued and that all children have strengths and needs. We work extensively to figure out what their strengths are and help them capitalize and develop those, and then figure out what any challenges are and try to help identify barriers so that we can problem solve with the child, their teachers, and their family to help them overcome whatever they might be facing that's difficult. So we do a lot with resources, training. We have a partnership with Children's Therapy Network where they come in September and they do an occupational therapy, a physical therapy, and a speech screening of all our youngest learners to really dig deep and figure out where there might be some needs, because all of the research has shown that intervention at these early years can be a game changer. So it's not about stigmatized labels. It's more about really truly getting to know each child and their strengths and challenges, and then meeting them where they are, consulting with experts, and then incorporating that into our educational support. So I said we did the partnership with Children's Therapy Network. On the left of this slide, you can see their kind of areas of expertise. I've talked with a lot of parents over the years in my role as an educator. I was a 4th and 5th grade teacher for 17 years and now in this role. And I think there's this thing where if a child breaks their arm in your front yard, your first instinct is to immediately get the child to a hospital to consult with experts. But if your child is having daily troubles and real challenges, it doesn't always occur to us to consult with experts to get help and supports in place so that we can, best help them through whatever that challenge is. So we partner with the experts at Children's Therapy Network and within our own expertise as educators to truly help figure out what's on each child's plate, where they are developmentally, and if there's any tools that we have or information that we have that can best support them. So all of these different kind of tools are in our classrooms. So we have the yellow is noise canceling headphones. This blue right here is a little wiggle seat. You can see here, this little girl has like a weighted lap pad on. This is a ball chair. These are different kinds of fidgets, and we introduce these slowly to the kids as tools to help them to regulate and make their body feel comfortable. So as adults, we have figured out ways to do this. You might sit through a meeting chewing gum, or maybe you're playing with a pen, or maybe you're playing with a ring. Little kids don't have those strategies. So in the different short amounts of time where we ask them to pay attention, 5 or 10 minutes can feel like 2 hours to a little one. So some of these strategies allow the children to get their kind of wiggles out, but also focus in, attend to, and engage in whatever's going on in the classroom. And we really introduce them as tools, and the kids try different tools. Now, some of these things in the top right might be a huge distraction to certain children, and some might be really the difference between them being able to participate in the morning share or not. So the teachers help the kids to figure out, like, if you're throwing the ball around and bouncing it off a friend's head, that's not really the greatest use of this. But if you have the ball in your lap and you're squeezing it, and that kind of helps you to feel calmer and allows you to then engage with the lesson or mystery bag share or the morning meeting, that's working for you. So the kids are a big part of this process. We introduce all of these tools and we have them out in the classroom for the kids to use. If a child really is comforted by something and it really makes a big difference, we always share that tool with parents so that you know for at home or just in different situations that you're in with your child. We also ask that you express to us different things you found that work and don't work so that we can really partner to best support your child as they kind of endeavor in this new experience in pre-K. Okay, so here is the time where you can take a moment, if you haven't already, to please fill out your child's name, your names. I know that you've put this into our different admissions paperwork, but this is something that goes right to our teachers. So if you could have their birthday on there, any allergies or medical information the teacher should know, and then please don't feel like you have to do complete sentences. Any notes on nap, bathroom, and then a prior program or any experiences your child has had. We also really want to know what their favorite toys, hobbies, and activities are. And some possible challenges you think your child may encounter as you think about them in a pre-K program. So Rachel, if you could stop recording, that would be great. I'm going to switch us out to get